Hey, hey, hey! It's been a few days, but I'm getting back to the class reviews before I go over certain spells, differences, and general rulings. This is about 8 pages of rules differences from other stuff. If you played Labyrinth Lord, you can see this is a natural progression from what Labyrinth Lord was. More of an AD, but more of an AD&D lot. But anyway, the Maguc User, like everything else, it's a little bit more expensive to go up levels, like 100 XP more on average. Sticks with the, we'll get to that, but no ability requirements. As a core class, no requirements. Human Unlimited, Elf 12, Half Elf 10, which I do believe is higher than the BX gave those and what Advanced OSE gives them for level limits. Prime requisite is just intelligence. Hit dice is they kept it at the D4. For those who cry about the hit points, you're a spellcaster, man. You're artillery. You are thin-skinned. Primary spellcaster is the role. Students of the arcane, study the cosmos and the nature of reality. Blah blah blah. Weapons and armor. They cannot use shield or armor. This is standard. Arcane magic, you can't cast spells while wearing armor, and that's pretty much standard through here. And in the multi-class, it reinforces that, which is role class protection. It's niche. If you want to use arcane spells, you're not wearing armor. Period. And there's no getting around it. Because you got pointy ears, there's no getting around it because you're multi-class. Or even dual class. Dagger, dart, staff, or sling. Expanded that out a little bit. The base attack bonus only goes up to +2. So when it comes to melee, you're always going to suck. Your THAC0 never gets technically better than 18. THAC0 stays static at 20 in the game, right? It never changes, but you get an attack bonus where you just add stuff up, and 20 never changes. +2, tops. That's some pretty rough stuff. Now, one of the things it does give them, which I kind of dig, is you can write your own spell scrolls at 250 gold pieces per level, up to 3 spell levels per scroll. It's a good, that's a good compromise. Which means all extra money, your wizards are going to be cranking out some of those scrolls. And because they have a single spell memorization limit, you're encouraged to make scrolls, right? Because you only take 1 sleep, 1 magic missile, blah, blah, blah. If you want more sleep to cast or an adventure, you're going to invest time and money to do so. It does give them arcane channeling as well, so you can channel any level 1 spell for detect magic or read magic. Very useful spells that most wizards never take. Ever. They want the boom. And like the cleric, if your prime requisite is 15 or higher, you get a bonus additional first level spell, and when you can, additional second level spell. It has a different way of doing initial spells. You roll offensive, defensive, utility, so you get 3. They have a random offensive, defenses, and utility. And you begin play with Read Magic. But Read Magic plus 3 random, start with 4 spells. Don't memorize 1. Spell progression is 1 through 20 listed. So you do get 9th level spells this game. And that's all it really says about the wizard. There is nothing said about magic item research or creating magic items at all. That is left for the dungeon master to do. And I'm a big fan of name level. You can start making charged items and stuff. But how you do so, if you want to make it more 3E-like, you can. If you want to make it more 2E, which is a little bit simplified version of AD&D, we can go pure AD&D or just copy the BX rules. It's open. And some people are like, well, you should have that listed. Really? Really? I think eventually you might see a companion book for this, like domain level stuff. It's a golden opportunity for that. Plus, it leaves you being able to do what you want as a DM. And I thought we really all like that, except when it's presented to you as that. And you're like, oh, then it's something that wasn't covered You should just play AD&D. Blah, blah, blah. Sure, whatever. I like this. I mean, come on. I hate to inform people, but Arneson and Gygax are dead. And if I want to get in contact with the creator of the game, I can with this version. I can't with the previous versions. I have to go through, filter, and compile all the words that they did in interviews over the years, which, by the way, is available on Dragon's Foot. If you want everything that Gygax ever said, it's available. You can make a little booklet out of it and bookmark it and go back and forth if you want to. Got options available. Still have to be able to decipher how Gygaxian. Some of you got to do that. I'm comfortable playing AD&D or Unearthed Arcana. Unearthed Arcana is the power game version of AD&D, in my opinion. My guys, my old table group had tons of fun playing it. I love wizards, so I don't mind making house rules and unique stuff for the table for wizards. And when it comes to magic item research and scrolls and stuff like that, I like that. At name level, I think I would pull off the cap at what you put on a scroll. But as a neophyte, 1st through 8th, 3 spell levels per scroll seems reasonable. There's no talk about doing potions. I've seen DMs that you do potions early. Now, you can get an alchemist as an NPC, and alchemists make potions themselves. So I'm going to treat potions as a skill that you pick up. You can do the research to make it, but I'm going to limit how many potions you can make. If your 1st level wizard can make a potion of flying, then what's the point of getting to the level where you can cast fly, right? Or you can just make it very difficult, very expensive. Those are always options. I'm kicking some ideas around in my head, and I know we're going to stick as raw as possible, which means the goal is to capture old items of power, spells, and stuff to be able to do it. But you should be able to brew potions at a fairly lower level. I'm thinking maybe a 3rd level wizard could start doing it, a 3rd Maguc User or whatever. And there are NPC people who are all about alchemy options. But the options are a little open for the Maguc User. But in general, it is your arcane spellcaster, packs the punch, utility, and damage dealing and area of effect stuff. Pretty simple. Channeling's different, and a few bonus spells for high int. That's it. No double mem, but you can write scrolls, which means your wizards will be writing a lot of scrolls in Dragonslayer. And if they're not doing their full class potential, or they're just miserly and want to hold on to every copper piece. I've had players do that. 250 gold pieces per. Oh my god, that's outrageous. Did you really look at how much it costs to make a scroll in AD&D? Really expensive. Same with BX. Anywhere from 500 to 1,000, depending on which Mulvey versus the other one. Is what it is. I like Wizard. It's well-rounded enough. You got to protect them. You know, less talking about games and more playing them, guys. Later.